I'm an experienced psychologist, and I cannot believe how difficult the system has made it for people to find good therapists. Nobody explains how to go about doing it, and it is confusing. And although there's been lip service on the part of the therapist, people have not really lit the path. And that's what I want to do. I don't want it to be confusing, befuddling, or disempowering for you. And I want you to find somebody great. The current situation is a little bit like what happens when you get in an accident on the freeway in the middle of the night and your car's all bashed up and it won't move, and a guy with a tow truck cranks it up and drives you out into the middle of nowhere to a body shop and winches it down but behind barbed wire and tells you, they'll be here tomorrow. You'll get some help. Bye. Not good enough. So what I've done is I've broken this down into 5 quick episodes. I believe in patient power. I believe therapy works best when the client, the patient, the you in this case, know what you're doing. I'm always very interested when people come in to see me to ask them, oh, were you in therapy before and what happened? And the thing I usually hear, almost always, is, yeah, I went to somebody and I spent quite a long time talking about myself, and well, it sort of felt good and the person was sort of nice. I didn't get to know them much. But at the end, I don't know what I got from it. I sort of felt like I was talking to myself. When I was in my early 20s, before I became a psychologist, I went looking for a therapist. And like almost everybody, I didn't understand how to do it. I mean, I was reasonably smart, but it's not enough. And I got a referral, and I found a woman, Dr. Marcia something, and she had diplomas on the wall and a nice office in New York City, and she told me she would help me. Instead of getting better, I went in the opposite direction. And I came to her one day and I said, you know, I'm less happy than when I started. And she said, well, you have to work harder. You're resisting the process. Turning the tables on me. Watch out for that. More about that in episode 4. And so I worked harder. And I got even worse. And this is progress. And I went back to her and I turned and looked at her one day, and I remember it was as if the blinders blew from my eyes, and I looked at her and I suddenly saw her just as a person who was sort of not very happy herself. And you know, at that point I said, well, how is she going to teach me something she's not been able to accomplish in her own life? In the end, here's how I look at it. Therapy, good therapy, really, at the heart of it, you could say, is about giving you more control over your life, over shaping it, over getting what you want. And how can that happen if we don't give you more control over the process of finding the right person for you? So there are 5 lessons here. Let me know how they work for you. I'm really, really interested. Thanks.